kickoff in week 2. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Single.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the 38, Trubisky. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that's complete downfield to Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. The tight end Henry here in motion. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Austin, the man in motion left. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. It's caught at the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rashad Bateman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Rashad Bateman with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second and 9. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. And the danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. On second down, this is Harris. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut. And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck. You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. Harris running straight ahead. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st. And that's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They run again with Harris. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there. Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 61 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Trubisky. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The slot man in motion right. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. McCann's kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this game to actually doing it in live action.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
and they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. McCann for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones, another shot here after the pick 6. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones throw there complete to Myers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's to Myers, and what a grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Jones on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jalen Armour-Davis in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go play action. Trubisky. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise,
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score